This is Nick Nielsen, Mad Scientist of Muscle, and what I've got for you today here is some interval training resistance cardio. Now, you can use any bar with this one that you like. I'm using what's called a Mars bar. This is a great bar similar to a safety squat bar that you can go hands-free on. You can use a safety squat bar, you can use a regular bar. It's going to kind of limit the amount of weight you can use, because with this version, because it's hands-free, I'm actually going to be setting my hands on the rails. If you're holding just the bar on your back, this is going to be a bit more challenging, so you'll want to use a bit lighter weight. What I'm going to do here is stepping for 30 seconds, just up onto this low platform, step platform, and then back down. So this is one step and then one riser underneath, just basically like 3 to 4 inches of elevation. We're not looking for much here because we're looking for weight. So I'm going to get under the bar, step for 30 seconds, rest for 30 seconds, go for 20 minutes. Now, the trick here is every single interval you're going to increase the weight by 10 pounds. Not kidding. So I've got 245 on here to start with. The bar itself weighs 65, which is why it's 20 pounds heavier than you'd think with two plates on it. So 245. Next interval, while I'm resting, I'm going to put on another 5 on each side. So that's 255, and then 265, 275, blah, 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 until I hit 20 minutes, whatever that ends up being. I'm not even sure what the final weight will be. But this is basically ascending resistance interval training. So can't wait to do it. Here's what it looks like, and I'll come back to you after I'm done. I went all the way up. Now, this is optional. Take a few minutes rest and go all the way back down to the original starting weight. So that's what the entire workout looks like. Now, as I mentioned, you can feel free to just go up, or you can do like I did and go up and then all the way back down. Now, when you're loading this, make sure you've got a couple of 25s, 2 pairs of 10s, and a pair of 5s. That's going to give you enough weight to basically mix and match, so you're going up 5 at a time in increments. And don't bother with the 35s. You can just go with 25, 10s, and double 10s, and etc., etc. So don't worry about those. Now, as you're doing it, you can opt to use collars like I did, or not collars. Either way, as long as your bar is basically anti-slip, and which you're not going to slide off even if you knock it on the rails, which can sometimes happen. Now, let me catch my breath here. I'm still winded from that stupid workout. But another key point, when you're adding 35s or adding 45s and or taking them off the bar, that's when I actually opted not to go with collars and just basically be very careful during that set, because taking the extra weight off from the other lower weight and then putting a 45 back on takes extra time, so I didn't want to cut into my work to rest ratios too significantly. It was a couple of seconds here and there. But on the next set, I added the 5, slapped on the collars, and we're back in business. Now, make sure that your step platform is solid, that it's going to be able to hold the weight at the top end. I got up to 435 pounds, so after the 20 increases, that was 190 pounds more, and then took about 3 minutes rest, and then started at that same 435, and then worked all the way back down. Now, on the very last set, on the very last interval, I decided to go, rather than 30 seconds, extend it out for the last full minute. So I started stepping with the right foot, and after 30 seconds I switched and started stepping with the left foot. So that kind of kept it even and allowed me to go right to the very bitter end. Now, which brings up one last key point. Try to remember to alternate which leg you start on each change of weight. So when you're doing your one set and you're leading with your left foot and stepping up, on the next set, lead with your right foot to step up. That keeps the workload balanced in between sides. Now, overall, this is an absolutely phenomenal resistance cardio workout. If you've got the equipment, like a hands-free bar, like a safety squat bar or a Mars bar, go with that. Set the rails where you can hold on to them. It's going to allow you to use the most weight and get the most work. If you don't have that, you can always put a bar on your back. It's going to be more challenging because of the balance. Make sure your rails are set to just about right slightly underneath the lowest point that you're going to step to. So if you do lose balance or you have to squat down a little bit to re-wrap the bar, you can set it right on the rails and not have any issues. I've done it that way before. It's phenomenal training. More balance involved, less resistance involved, but absolutely worth doing even if you don't have a hands-free bar. So enough talking. My voice is running dry. I'm running out of hydration here. So if you feel the urge to do it and you're looking for a really good resistance cardio workout, aka a metabolic monster, give this one a shot.